A small blast, 4 pieces of ancient gold gone in minutes. An international exhibit turned into an international mystery. At 03:45 on the morning of January 25, 2025, an explosion outside a Dutch museum marked the beginning of one of Europe's boldest art robberies. The target was not diamonds or cash. It was ancient gold loaned from another country, priceless both in money and history. What happened that night reads like a thriller, but this is real. And the consequences are diplomatic, criminal, and cultural. Assen woke to sirens, cordons, and questions that would reach far beyond the city. Here is how the heist unfolded, and why it matters. The pieces stolen were not ordinary jewelry. Among them, a Dacian ceremonial helmet, a masterpiece of ancient craftsmanship, and 3 gold bracelets dating back thousands of years. These items had been lent to the Drents Museum from Romania as part of the Dacian Empire of Gold and Silver exhibition. They carry immense archaeological, cultural, and symbolic value, and because they are so recognizable, they are almost impossible to sell on an open market. Not mere monetary objects, but chapters of a civilization written in gold. Their historical value far exceeds the material worth. They are among the most important surviving relics of the Dacian people, a culture later absorbed by Rome. International loans rest on trust between institutions and nations. The empty case became a stark emblem of violation, a wound exposing our vulnerability. According to police, a small but powerful explosive was used to breach a side entrance. 3 masked men, captured in fuzzy CCTV frames, moved with purpose, break the display case, take targeted items, and flee. A reinforced case, smashed in seconds. They knew exactly what they wanted. Inside, less than 4 minutes. The getaway car was later found burned, a classic attempt to erase tracks. Fire strips DNA, fingerprints, fibers, and the criminals slip into darkness. By sunrise, the crime scene yielded few obvious clues. A fast, surgical strike, not a common burglary. Investigators quickly gathered physical traces, fragments of glass, a hammer or crowbar abandoned nearby, and crucial forensic material on tools and packaging. DNA traces and other forensic leads would later be used to identify suspects. Within days, police arrested a small group from the region around Amsterdam. But the biggest mystery remained: what happened to the gold? Leads were promising, but recovery proved elusive. Authorities were cautious and tight-lipped. The gold was gone. A long, difficult search began. The news broke slowly, then with crashing force. Local reports escalated into national headlines. Because the treasures were on loan from Romania, the theft became more than a local crime. Romanian officials demanded answers and protection of their national patrimony. Calls went to ministerial levels, and criticism mounted over insurance and security arrangements. The Romanian museum director was eventually removed amid the fallout. High-level channels activated as both countries navigated a cultural and political crisis. Official statements underscored urgency and strain. Diplomacy pressed for answers while police pressed for evidence. One immediate fear was that the thieves would melt the artifacts down, turning unique objects into anonymous gold bars. Gold as commodity is valuable, but melting destroys their illicit resale value as iconic antiquities. That leaves the chance the items are hidden intact, cooling off the heat, or quietly sold to a risk-tolerant collector in clandestine markets. A third path: hold the objects as bargaining chips, a ransom play. Such moves carry immense risk and stiff penalties. Months of surveillance and intercepted communications suggested the artifacts might still be intact. A glimmer of hope, not definitive, but real. Hidden, perhaps. Not lost forever. Police investigations produced more arrests over the following months. By mid-2025, multiple suspects had been charged. Some had charges dropped as prosecutors refined their case. Dutch prosecutors revealed intercepted calls and other signals, indicating the treasures may not have been melted. Still, several suspects remained in custody, legal proceedings stretching on. The most crucial evidence appeared to come from electronic surveillance, phone calls, encrypted messages, discussions of value, and disposal. Defense teams pushed back on legality and interpretation. The court weighed secrecy against public interest. Progress in court, yet the heart of the matter, recovery, remained unresolved. This is not just a theft from a small regional museum. It is an attack on shared heritage. The case renewed debate over protecting fragile, high-value objects without turning exhibits into fortresses. It showed criminal networks adapting: explosives for speed, burning vehicles to hamper traceability, gaps in cooperation exploited. Cultural heritage is irreplaceable. Security gaps in cross-border loans came to light, and with them, responsibilities shared across borders. What is lost to theft is lost to all of us. As of the latest court disclosures, prosecutors continue to pursue core suspects. Some men have had charges reduced or dropped, others remain detained. Intercepted communications and forensic leads raised cautious hopes that the treasures may still exist somewhere, not melted and not lost forever. But until the artifacts are recovered and returned to their rightful home, the question remains unanswered. Time moves, the absence remains. The Drents Museum Heist is a reminder that the people who safeguard human history are only a step away from those who would erase it for profit or notoriety. If you enjoyed this deep dive, subscribe for more investigations. And if you have any tip or credible information about the missing artifacts, contact local authorities. Cultural heritage is not just a museum's responsibility, it's ours. Sources: Drents Museum Statement, AP News, NL Times, ArtNet, Romanian Ministry, Prosecutor Briefings. Stay curious, stay vigilant.